Here are the 5 things that I can't live without as an obsessed dog mum.
Oh wow, is it boring already?
Hi, I'm Mama D and I'm the mum to these 3 boys right here. We've got Senator Boba Jean, who is an 8-year-old Roddy, King Coda, who is a 13-year-old Mastiff, and of course, my very naughty 1-year-old Mr. Floofy Barney. Actually, he's turning 2 in November. Oh my gosh, time flies. Okay, so we're just gonna dive straight in. Online social media, I get a ton of questions about all the things that I love and hate as a dog mum. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a video on this. 5 things that I honestly cannot live without as an obsessed dog mum. I have throughout my time being a dog mum, I have bought so much just crap, right? I'm obsessed with buying things for my dogs. I'm not gonna deny that. I like trying new things. And there have been things that I absolutely love. And then there's just things that I'm like, that isn't gonna pass the test. I hate it. But here are the 5 things that I love and I cannot live without as an obsessed dog mum. Starting with number 5. My life used to be a furry nightmare. Whoever invented this dog brush deserves a Nobel Prize. Now, if you think you know of one better than this one, please let me know because I've honestly never tried anything else. I'm about to show you a 4-year-old brush. Now, don't judge me. It looks nasty, but that's because it's 4 years old. It is the Furminator. I am obsessed with this brush. My dogs absolutely love it. Every time I pull it out, they think it's like a spa day. Bo loves it. Coda loves it. Barney doesn't love it. Okay, so Barney doesn't love this. Barney, being a golden retriever, he does not love the Furminator. He prefers the rake. So I went online on the golden retriever Facebook page that I'm on, and all of the comments were saying that the Furminator actually isn't good for floofies. So instead of taking out that undercoat, it's gently, it's ripping it out and kind of causing split ends and stuff. Not good. Using it on Barney, I give it a 2 out of 10. Using it on Bo and Coda, 10 out of 10. This is the best dog brush I have ever used. So that's number 5. Number 5 I can't live without is the Furminator. Coming in at number 4 are dog cameras. So we use the Eufy cameras to keep an eye on the boys, but this just having cameras on just gives me a lot of peace of mind. Or maybe I'm a stalker, honestly, I don't know, but I like checking in on them. I like seeing what they're up to. Are they sleeping? Are they behaving? Majority of the time when I check the cameras, well, Coda's sleeping and Barney is causing trouble. So as a puppy, I used to check the cameras and Barney would be, we used to have a really massive pen set up for him and he would always be up to some sort of mischief. One time I caught him eating the blue pea pads and I had to race from my job. I had to race home because I didn't want him to eat it all because it's highly toxic, but I had to race home, which is 45 minutes away. I would race home, check on him, take out the pee pads, and then race back to work. And it was just so stressful. The things that I've caught on cameras of these boys, honestly, I'm gonna actually do a YouTube video, 5 of the naughtiest things that I've caught on camera. But such peace of mind, being able just to check on them. So as I said, we use the Eufy cameras, which I like. I think they're pretty decent. They get better and better every year. I would rate them about a 7 out of 10, my Eufy cameras, because sometimes they malfunction. We've got about 5 of them on, and when I have 5 on, sometimes the one in the living room doesn't record. I don't know why. Maybe it's a me problem, I'm not sure, but the living room one doesn't record. So if I turn off one from outside, then the living room one records. It's a really weird thing. I don't know, maybe it's me. But there are other ones on the market as well, like the Ring and Furbo. So Furbo, which I think is amazing. I've never used it, but I've seen a ton of videos of how Furbo spits out dog treats. So cool. Security camera, vending machine, I love it. But I know for a fact that if I was to get that, I feel like my dogs are, I'm being biased now, but I think that they're highly intelligent. I feel like they would figure it out. Barney's ripping that thing off the wall and he's hacking into it and he's getting into all the kibble, right? And I don't know if I'm really all about that. So they'll probably just sit there staring at the camera waiting for it to spit out a treat and then get over it, get bored, and then it's getting torn apart. So we have the Eufy cameras. Maybe one day I'll get a Furbo. We will see. But coming in at number 3, guys, number 3 is my Roborock. Any sort of house vacuum, I am obsessed with. So Bo and Coda, they do shed quite a lot for, being a larger dog and not being a floofy type dog. But getting Barney, what on earth? I have never had a floofy dog before. Why didn't anyone warn me about this? That is a crazy amount of fur in the house. So I vacuum my home every single day. And on some days, I'll be honest with you, I just want to rot on the couch. I just want to rot away. And so those days I will turn on the Robo Rock and she just does a fantastic job for me. I used to have the iRobot. Now this was 5 years ago, so I'm sure they've gotten so much better since then, but I used to have an iRobot that would pick up all the dirt and then when it got to the carpet, it would spit it all out again. Super frustrating. So got rid of that one, ended up getting the Robo Rock 5 years later, and she's just amazing. She's so helpful. She will see the dogs and instead of like the iRobot that I had would run over their tails, she avoids them, which is perfect because Coda's not going to be putting up with that kind of stuff. So it's got sensors that avoid the dogs. It has a mopping function. So sometimes I will vacuum the entire house and then I just turn on the mopping function for it to just do its thing, right? And what else does it have? It also has, this is the stalker in me again, it also has this like remote control where it will hunt down your pets for you and go and find them. So I don't have any cameras in my room, and sometimes when I'm out and about and I can't find them, I'm like, I wonder if they're in the room. Maybe I should go and look for them. And then I'll just use my little robot vacuum to go and find them. And you know what? Maybe I'm a stalker because a few years ago, twice now, someone has tried to steal our dogs. So now I'm like that paranoid dog mom, but that's a story for another time. So that is my number 3. I am obsessed with having help around the house, a house vacuum. And coming in at number 2 are slow feeders. I think that everyone should have slow feeders in their house. Even if your dog isn't a power feeder like my 2, you can guess the 2. I think everyone should have them purely because of past experience that I've once had. So back in the day, about 10 years ago, I had a Neapolitan Mastiff named Chaos. Oh, he was everything to me. And I separated from my partner, his dad at the time, and Chaos was 4 years old and he didn't let me see the dog for about 3 months. Finally, I was allowed to see the dog. He came to my house and you know when a dog goes to another environment, they just get a little bit uncomfortable, they're not sure about themselves. And that's what Chaos started going through, and he didn't want to have his breakfast. So it was just a moment. It was a really difficult time for me, but what happened was he didn't want to have his breakfast, so we waited until dinner time and I was with my brother and we fed him his dinner just in a standard regular bowl, and he ate so fast. I'd never seen him eat so fast before. I was like, what the heck? Like obviously he was starving because he didn't have breakfast, but he didn't want to eat because he was uncomfortable with his new environment. Anyways, he ate so fast and within 5 minutes after eating, he was just not himself. He was laying by the fence line, he looked very uncomfortable, and then he started foaming at the mouth. And that's when I knew that we needed to rush this boy to the emergency vet. And this is a 60-kilo dog, like so heavy. So we picked him up, my brother and his mate picked him up, we put him in the car, we rushed him to the emergency vet, and he had bloat. So his stomach had swelled up full of gas from eating way too quickly. Apparently this is extremely common with large dogs and like deep-chested dogs, and his stomach had twisted. He didn't make it. So yeah, it was a very difficult time for me, but he didn't make it. He sorry about that, just needed to take a breath. So he ended up passing away from bloat. I didn't know about slow feeders back then when I was younger. I wish I had. But yeah, and then after his passing, a month later, I just booked a one-way ticket to the other side of the world. I moved to Vancouver, Canada, and I lived there for 8 years and never got another dog for a very long time. It took me a very long time to get over that. I had a lot of guilt. Like I should have known better. But yeah, so that is my number 2. I highly recommend that everyone gets slow feeders. I do use a couple of slow feeders myself right now. I love them. I mean, I like them. I don't love them. I'm going to give them around like a 6, 7 out of 10. I wish they were a little bit deeper, but I haven't been able to find a stainless steel bowl that is a slow feeder and that is deeper. So when I feed the boys, I sort of smoosh it in. Like I really like get it in there. So they have difficulties trying to get it all out, and then they eat a lot slower because Bo and Barney, they're always competing against each other. I think they're like power feeders. They're just like chowing it down. Coda's fine. He is so slow. Everything is turtle pace for Coda, but Bo and Barney, they're into it. So it really does help them just slow down. Highly recommend everyone. I think everyone should get slow feeders. Okay, and number 1. This is definitely number 1. I kind of thought about it, like what would be my number 1? Hands down, hands down. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. I only purchased these about 4 or 5 months ago. And now they are my number 1. And that is air purifiers. Now I have the Levoit and I have, did I say that right? Or is it like a French Levoit? I'm not sure. But I have the Levoit and I have the Shark because I love just trying new things and I didn't know which one was better. Apparently the Levoit has like a wider range. I'll put down how big the square meters is here for the Levoit, and the Shark is over here. So I put the Shark in my bedroom and I put the Levoit in our living room. And honestly, it changes everything. You can really tell the difference with having an air purifier in your home, especially when you have animals. So they bring a lot of fur, dander, dust, and it's just a reminder that you live with 3 animals in the house. So having the air purifier, my goodness, changed the game. And the reason why I bought the air purifiers was because I had a girlfriend come over. One of my besties, Ruth, came over and she said that it felt like being hit in the face with dog. Like I don't notice it because I've had dogs inside outside my entire life. I've always had dogs like that. And so I didn't notice it. I notice it when I go into cat homes though, because I don't have a cat. Whenever I go into a cat home, so you get hit in the face with cat, right? That smell. But that's what she said. She said, I felt like it was being hit in the face. And because she has a lot of allergies when it comes to pet fur, etc., that her eyes start to get a bit itchy. So within an hour of being in my home, her eyes were getting itchy. I haven't had this problem with anyone else that has visited, but she said that her eyes were starting to get itchy. And I just thought, heck no, like I need to invest and get some air purifiers, because she said with her cat, she used to get allergies as well. She got the air purifier, put it next to her bed, never again. Amazing. So vacuuming just isn't enough when you have pets. It honestly isn't enough. You can pick up all of that fur, but all of the dander and the dust flying around, you need air purifiers to pick them up. So I love my air purifiers. I will be honest, if you're going to purchase one, sorry Shark, but I'm going with the Levoit. The Levoit I haven't had an issue with. It is fantastic. The Shark, we bought the Never Change filter, Never Change 5 filter or something like that, and it broke down after 4 months. Girl. So it broke down after 4 months. We went back to the good guys to return it. She said you need to purchase a new filter. And I'm like, no, honey, it says that it's a never change filter. So you don't have to change it for 5 years. And so she told me to contact Shark. Fantastic customer service. Fantastic customer service. They sent me a new one right away. Not a new machine because the machine's under warranty for 2 years, but a new filter to trial. I popped that in, still didn't work. So I'm still in the process of figuring out what the warranty is like. I messaged them 2 days ago to see what's going on. I didn't get a reply. So maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10 for customer service with Shark. And the device itself, while it was working, was like, I'll give it like a good 8, solid 8. But the Levoit, 10 out of 10. I didn't know how to change the bottom. I should have looked into it. But I thought like, I was just vacuuming the sides, being like, yeah, there is no filter in here. Oh, that sounds so stupid. But anyways, then I turned it over one day, took out the bottom. That's where the filter is. It was brown. The whole thing was brown. It was covered in fur, dust, who knows, but it was disgusting. So you just kind of vacuum it out and stuff. But honestly, amazing. Hands down, 10 out of 10. Love that device. And that is my number 1 thing that you should have in your house as an obsessed dog mom, or just Anyone who has animals inside the house, you need to get air purifiers, but that is my number one. So that's a wrap on all the 5 things that I cannot live without as an obsessed dog mum. If you are interested in any of those products, I will link them down below. And if you enjoyed yourself and you enjoyed hanging out with us, give us a subscribe and a like, because my goal is on YouTube, we're very new to YouTube. At the moment, we have 9,502 followers. So comment below and tell me if we've gone down or up. But my goal is to get to 100k subscribers. Is that even possible? I don't know. I think it's a little bit far-fetched, but I'm going to try anyway. So if you love doggy content, I would love for you to subscribe to us, and I'll be making videos hopefully every week, and we will catch you on the next one. Would you like to see my dogs? Let me go and grab them for you. 1 second. This is Mr. Floofy. You gonna say hi? Come here. Hey, sweetie. This is Mr. Floofy. We love him, but he's naughty. You're a very naughty boy, but we love him. You gonna let Bo say hi? Hey, you gonna let Bo say hi? Bo, come on. Oh, sorry, sweetie, I scratched you. Bo, come. Let him in. Let him in. Oh, there we go. You can't fit on my lap, mister. You can't fit on my lap. Rotties think that they're lap dogs, but they're not. Or are you? Are you 50 kilos of lap dog loving? I love you. Okay, come on. Get over here. Get your big booty over there. Oh. I have a bench right next to me on the right, but he just wants to sit on my lap. This is what Rotties are like. Hey, Senator Bobajine. Come on, off you get. Well, that's it from me, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. See you later. You say bye, Barney.